What's the biggest green flag in a woman? Has the modern man become too soft? Do you know what a SMV is?
The Podical Sons.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marvelous,
And I'm not your average Joseph.
and we are the Podical Sons. This show is hilariously inappropriate but intellectual beyond belief. So let's start the show. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above, all streaming platforms possible. Podical Sons podcast. On the socials, you can find us at Podical Sons or Pod Sons, and on all streaming platforms possible, search Podical Sons podcast. And if you already are here, buckle your seatbelt, get comfy, light up an inset. If you don't smoke, light one up, chill, relax, get this convo in your system, and let's go. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, Marv. How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good stuff.
And just right back to the proceedings. Been a minute since I've been in the dojo. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's been some weeks and stuff like that. I was out of commission, UOT. So
Mhm.
we back in the building. So what brought you joy this week, man?
Seeing family members I haven't seen in some of them more than 30 years,
Okay.
and then a few of them more than 20 years, and then a couple as recent, I would say, as 5, which is not that recent.
No, but 5 is still substantial because if you
Still
look at it,
substantial, yeah.
5 years ago and stuff, we were in pandemic,
Right.
right? And a lot of people had a lot of closings and stuff, whatever. And I think I need to rack my brain around to make the pandemic bigger than what it is or what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Because I look at it as stuff as where maybe there were a lot of people's worlds have been shaped and changed from the pandemic.
Oh, since then, yeah.
And I'm not saying like I never really took it under like on the scope on the radar, but it was just funny where like when somebody's like, oh, this kid was the graduation COVID kids and stuff like they had to graduate online.
Right.
And then because they graduate online, part of their social skills are garbage. So I'm like, is that part of the reason why we run into these Gen Z kids with these shit ass attitudes?
Yeah.
And they said that's part of it and stuff, whatever, because their social skills had got hindered and stuff 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm looking like, oh shit. I never really kind of considered that thought until somebody said it.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it and stuff, I was like, damn, 5 years didn't even feel like 5 years and stuff, whatever.
Doesn't.
So like
It
for
doesn't.
you not seeing somebody for 5 years,
Yeah.
you might be like, I saw you like, and then you like E equals MC squared carry to 6. And you're like, shit,
Right.
it really was 5 years.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
How are you? How have you been? And
yeah. I think the only real correlation that people have been talking about in regards to the pandemic and the effects of youth is mental health.
what aspect?
Well,
Because like I feel like they use mental health as an umbrella
Yeah.
for a lot of the bullshit that they could be fixing.
yeah. Well, a lot of the stuff that I've been hearing about would be again the social aspect
Mm-hmm.
of not feeling like feeling alone and not feeling like they're in any sort of community, even though they're on social media majority of the time.
I
Being
can't get
locked
them
up
that. Go ahead.
being
I'm
locked
listening.
up in the house.
That I can give them.
A lot of them have not transitioned in. Okay, it's safe to go outside. They've conditioned themselves within the staying indoors. It's funny. It's funny because I wouldn't say I was always a kid that was outside. Probably like in the beginning of like my youthful years, like before the teenage years, where outside was
let's
just
say,
a
like-
rage. Just go outside and play.
So
So
like, let's
80s,
say, no, age wise.
age wise, I would
Age-wise.
say probably like around maybe up until about the age of 14,
Okay, so you
14, 15.
So you were inside for before that.
No. So those were I would like
Those
those
are
were the
outside?
outside years.
Okay.
Then I would say like in the teen years, indoors on the phone, chatting it up, go out, maybe go out to like parties and stuff like that. But it's to say like, oh, I'm just gonna go outside and go hang out. Nah, pretty much on the indoors on the telephone. So I didn't really see that much difference with like with my kids. Only just that beginning stages of, you know, the I would say 6 to about, again, the age of maybe 14, of them not going outside. But it just seemed really weird to me when the pandemic came. Like they didn't even leave their room, much less go outside.
No, so okay, so for me now, I want to say I'm looking at stuff like with today's teens,
Yeah.
or say like let's say I'm starting from 13
Okay.
because 12, 13 is that preteen time. 12 is preteen,
Yeah.
and then 13 till we'll say 18,
Right.
right?
Right.
So now from that stretch of time, I feel like from the 13 mark and stuff, whatever, you as parent
Yeah.
need to be aware of stuff of like, what's your kid not doing compared to what you were doing.
Right.
Now, you can't raise your kids with your time
Yes.
and all the above and stuff, but you do know for a fact that in your time, you didn't have a device to kind of just be plugged into.
Right.
You had opportunity to go outside and stuff. Like I know for myself,
Put a pin in that. Majority. So for that teenage years, majority of the time, I was inside playing video games. Like that was my device of choice at that time.
For us, it was video games,
Yeah.
but it was still arcade type places.
Okay, yeah,
and it
yeah,
was still
yeah.
outings and stuff,
Yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah.
Because like, I don't know if like I'm sure probably showing my age to certain millennials and everything like that, but I just know for a fact that to put a quarter by a fighting game
Yeah.
on the screen,
Yeah.
what did you know what that signified? For us, it signified I got next.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because again, it was kind of like you took all your home skills,
Yeah.
you're bringing it to the streets.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if you were a dude that was just like even just hoop in your backyard,
That's
you're going to
interesting.
a ball court.
That's interesting. That's interesting because it's almost like the reverse for me.
Talk about it.
Because so we really showing our age up in this podcast right now. So I grew up in the age where you were very privileged to have a home console.
Yeah.
So the arcade was our joint. The corner stores. Look how small Helen's is.
Yeah.
The corner store, right?
Yeah.
Look how small Helen's. Helen's had like 3 arcade machines.
Where?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Look how small Helen's is. Helen's had 3 arcade machines, and then they realized it was too cramped, so they went down to 2.
Okay.
Right? 7-Eleven across the street had like maybe 4.
That I know, because I have a memory of playing Super Street Fighter at that 7-Eleven.
At that 7-Eleven.
By where they keep the Slurpees now.
Yes.
The Slurpee machine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they had like a line of video games, video machines on that side.
Right. This is the one at Western Road, if anybody knows.
Right.
Could have been like, what 7-Eleven is this in Canada? A lot. The one in Western Road, Jane Street, West End, you already know.
So yeah, so when you say the quarter I got next, that part I remember the line of quarters lined up
by the screen.
By the screen.
Yeah.
Right. So by the time we was like able to have the consoles, like okay, nobody gonna go line up their quarters. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's interesting to see that dynamic.
Because see, with us now, whatever, I want to say, let's say like people around my age and stuff, or let's say like the millennials and stuff of like who were born from like 81 to probably I want to give to like 87-ish.
Yeah.
Those ones and stuff, if they were in that landscape at that age frame, you never had online. Like how much you have online games and stuff, whatever now, right?
Right.
So it's kind of like you playing by yourself.
Yeah.
You want to show off your skills. You won't have no online to kind of interact with.
Right.
You got to go to the arcades. You got to go outside and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
These kids have had everything and stuff, whatever, to keep them within inside.
Yeah.
And the parents have allowed them to remain inside and stuff, whatever, right? Because it's kind of like, for me, I look at it stuff. If I even have my son who is 8 years old and stuff, whatever, if like both days are sunny and shiny and I have him for like the 2 days, we going outside for both days.
Right.
Because I know when the wintertime comes in, I ain't taking them outside like that.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff, we're gonna utilize this outside time and stuff, whatever. And then you gotta look at stuff as where the sun is shining, temperature is decent and stuff, whatever. How many parents are telling their kids to go outside?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then so far, there's probably like so many parents and stuff now, because like we're in a different time where we're not telling kids to, let's say, I'm 50-50 on it. We're like to say, you see a kid, be like, oh, go hug your Uncle Andrew.
Right.
Whatever, right? And they're looking like, they're like, no, you don't tell a kid to hug a stranger.
Yeah,
They don't know and everything like that. This adds to their social skills.
Yeah.
So when you're killing that, what are you replacing it with? Whatever. And a lot of times they're not replacing it with anything.
With anything else.
So then when these kids now come of age, they have zero social skills. Like somebody was telling me something about like I think it's like it's a new wording or new verbiage for resting bitch face.
Right.
But it's kind of like Gen Z something, whatever, right? Because they're saying, because Gen Z miss these 5 years of this social time, they never develop like proper facial expressions or some shit, or some bullshit. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of excuses coming out that they want to throw out, whatever. But I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, no. Like, I would look at stuff as like, I even say to my son, like, yo, what's wrong with you? Fix your face.
Right, yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's going on with you and stuff like that, whatever, right? They could just go run, play, and do his thing. Something like okay, I'm just making sure I'm seeing you and you know I'm seeing you.
Right.
So in any case, we need to do something about this. But then if the kid is locked away in their room and stuff, whatever, how do you know the social cues?
How do you know the social cues? Yeah.
So I feel like the kids, like I want to harp on them, but I just look at this stuff as where there comes a point where they have to interact with the world that was not like them. Right? So it's kind of like, okay, these people, if I'm a Gen Z person who didn't, graduate, I had to graduate on cam or all this time, and my social skills were ruined and stuff, whatever. Eventually, I have to know for a fact that I might work for you.
Yeah.
You have these social skills.
Yeah.
And I can't be like, I was one of those pandemic kids and stuff like that. I didn't get to be like, yeah, okay, get the fuck off the block. We need you to interact with said person, smile, have a rapport, and everything like that, whatever. Welcome to McDonald's or whatever it might be.
Kids get out more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because like I was saying, he's been an indoor kid, but now I would say not now, but from the time he hit around, I want to say 16, and then we moved. I think the issue was when we moved, the majority of his friends were still in Brampton.
Okay.
So it's not like he was like, Dad, can I go here? Can go here, go here. Like usually on the weekends, if he asks me, then I'll drop him, right? But then when he started making friends here, it was like he would ask me. But now I was like, yeah, 18. You don't have to ask me. Just tell me. Let me know. You let me know if you're leaving the house. I don't even care where you want. You tell me if you want to tell me where you want to go. Just make sure I can contact you. Have your phone up. This, that, and the third. So it's like he realizes, okay, I got a little bit more independence. So now he goes outside more, right? I was like, okay, well, at least you're not stuck up in the house doing whatever. You still play video games before you left, but that's the other thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's when you say that, the pandemic has changed, and again, apart from the kids, but just so much social behavior, just like as you're talking about, and yeah, it's starting to reap for some people.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like, if eventually you were supposed to do something and you didn't do something and stuff, whatever, is it gonna pile up? Or it's kind of like, you have to sweep up some shit.
Right.
Right? Eventually, is that just gonna start piling up as like a dust ball or like a big dust bunny or just a pile of nastiness or something like that? You have to do something and stuff when you recognize it.
Right.
It's kind of like my homeboy, one of my homeboys and stuff, whatever, right? God bless him too. It's kind of like, he has a son, I have a son and stuff, right? He became super dad during the pandemic.
Right.
Because he looked at his stuff, he's like, yo, I need to make sure that this kid has his interaction skills to utmost level. Because him and I, we reason and we think the same way. He's like, the world works on not what you know, is who you know.
Yeah.
If you don't have the social skills to get ready to talk to who you know, how the fuck you gonna get what you want?
Right.
And he said it just like that. And then he was talking to his son one day, and I was there to go check him and stuff for that. He said, no. You need to understand the stuff, whatever, that not all kids are gonna be like, I have this toy and stuff too.
Yeah.
You might need to take the toy and say like, hey, do you know what this does? No, let me show you. By the way, I am such and such.
Right.
And now interaction and
Right.
stuff is going down. And I was like, you know what? I can say this for a fact. Like my son, yes, he is on the spectrum, and yes, he has the nonverbal type of thing.
Yeah.
But his social skills and stuff, whatever, is still pretty decent.
Okay.
Compared to kids and stuff, whatever, who are quote unquote normal.
Right.
Right? Because I look at it and stuff as where some kids and stuff like the normal kids back then, sharing is caring, Sesame Streets and all those other things, Is Big Bird still around? I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
different out there now. The kids have different things to look at. But it's kind of like there's some spaceship or form of the things that's kind of teaching them. So even if like the parents aren't pulling the full part of it,
right,
at least they're getting it from somewhere. Now I feel like it's stuff, whatever. It's kind of like it's nerf or nothing because
it's nerf or nothing because they pulled a lot of those programs.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, they pulled a lot of those programs.
Look at the beef with the sex ed, whatever, right?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna talk to your kids about sex ed and the birds and bees and stuff, whatever, I'm assuming these people are leaving it to the schools.
Right.
So now when the schools want to do it, and you're like, no, we don't want them to learn about homosexuality or this, that, and the third, whatever. But I'm like, so what are you teaching them? Either you teach them or we teach them.
Right.
Because they need to know something.
Yeah.
And if they don't know something and stuff, whatever, now when they're all out there and everything like that, we're just gonna blame them as useless adults.
Right.
So like the teaching aspect still has to go down. And a lot of people don't want to really put in the work. Like I look at it stuff as where, same thing going back to my homeboy and like his sister's kids and stuff. She's like, yo, I don't give a fuck what y'all doing. She was working from home.
Right.
And her husband, he was going to and fro.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't give a fuck what y'all kids doing and stuff, whatever. She's like, I'm done work at 4. Dinner should be done about 6.
Yeah.
7 o'clock, we doing family shit.
Right.
Either we watching a movie,
yeah,
we talk about some shit. And that's how exactly how it was when they came to the pandemic.
Mm.
Her kids now, I want to say her youngest is about 14.
Okay.
And her oldest and stuff is 21.
Okay.
Right? And then when I'm talking to like those kids and shit like that, whatever, they're more family orientated because they're looking like, yo, during the pandemic, all they kind of mess with was fam.
Right.
So now the conversation and stuff like, Mom, you wouldn't believe how this chick and da-da-da and everything. So moms and stuff are not like best friends now.
Yeah.
And fathers are like homies.
Yeah.
And if it's not whatever, then it's kind of like, what work did you kind of put in? I'm not begging for my kid to be my best friend, but I like for my kid to have open communication with me.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. That's
some
what
people,
you want.
People want that, but they don't want to do the stuff to make that happen.
Well,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
You can't expect nothing out of something.
No. You gotta you have to initiate that conversation.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen on its own.
I remember like the pandemic shit I saw, and it was the funniest, was it said, it's day 43 and no NBA. I found out my wife's favorite color is green.
Yeah, that was funny.
Who the fucking favorite color is green? I'm like, yo, you're just not talking to your woman.
That meme was funny.
Back to your fam, I'll say this. Every moment with family that you haven't seen and stuff, whatever, and like over a period of 5 years is a treasure.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at what happens and stuff in 365. And I think a lot of people don't pay that any attention too much. Like I look at this stuff as one day you could be up.
Yeah.
And then like on the 29th day of that month and stuff like that, whatever, you could be down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it be like, like, I don't know, funds, like an event that took place and stuff in your world, and that could probably set off your year and kind of change some things and stuff. So now much less to see somebody you haven't seen over 5 to the 10 to hell, even the 30. The 30, I don't know you pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much I don't know you. It's kind of it's kind of like, oh, I remember you when you were a kid. I don't.
That's it. That's it. I was like, you were probably like 14 and I was probably like 3. It's like there's no recollection of you telling me I'm talking about I need to poop. I don't recall those conversations.
You're a whole grown ass 50-year-old
right,
and a wife and everything like that. Whatever, like. Yeah, I can remember at fucking 3 years old and stuff, but I'm 50 now. I'm like, yo, add 47 years to that and see what's going on.
It's crazy.
I think for me, what brought me joy and stuff is it was one of my homies' birthdays this week. Salute to Ben. It was a situation and stuff where he was in town and then he had bounced.
Oh, so he came in time. He came in time. Was he in time for his birthday, or did he bounce before that?
No, he bounced before.
Okay.
He bounced before his birthday and stuff, whatever. Like it was dope because he bounced on the day before his birthday. Not to give too much content, but like his wifey's birthday is the day before his.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he's like, he wanted to surprise her and everything like that,
Right.
whatever. So I went to go hit her and shit, like, yo, what up? Happy birthday, all the best. So she's like, yo, I got plans for my man, like how he in town, and I know you to go too and everything like that. But he
Right.
already had told me this was his plan.
Right.
So I'm looking like, let's play stupid. Sure. Okay. All right. And then when he surprised
You
her,
gotta play stupid.
I waited for a
sometimes.
text message like, you motherfucker, you're into this, whatever. You both surprised me and everything. And so it was real dope.
Yeah.
It was real dope and stuff for that aspect and stuff, whatever. Cause I was like, I'm like, yo, go be a good husband and stuff, whatever. Right? Go spend the time with, your wifey on her day and all that type of stuff.
Yes, that's what you gotta do.
That brought me joy. And then saw my anime flick and shit like that, whatever. So life is good again, man.
The which one was that? The Demon Slayer or
Demon Slayer?
Okay, okay.
Demon Slayer.
How was it? My son went to go see it last night.
Oh yeah. A lot of people. So it was kind of hard for a lot of people to get tickets because I had 2-3 coworkers and shit who was like deep in the game.
Right.
And one man's like, son of a bitch. He's like, I got tickets on a Monday, the Monday night. So he's like, Monday 7:30. He's like, so I saw him like on the Monday. So I'm like, yeah. He's like, don't talk to me about nothing. I want to hear nothing about nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, you good, man. Go be great. Other people and stuff saw like the midnight launch and everything. I heard it was crazy. It was wild where some dude, I don't know what part, but apparently either he was trying to piss. Somebody said he was trying to jerk it. Some person said he was trying to piss.
Right.
Because let's say this. If you're watching the anime, you got like 22 minutes to like 23 minutes until like, the episode is done. You can go piss.
Right.
This is now 2 hours and some change.
Yes.
So motherfucker's looking like, maybe I don't want to miss anything. So he wants to piss in his cup.
Yeah.
And I guess apparently when he's doing it, he must have pissed on the splash on other people. So I seen a lot of online videos with the same scene where it's kind of like you see the movie going on in the back, and then you see like haymakers go into somebody's face. I'm like, are they trying to act out the scene? But
it's wild.
What anime flick? So I was looking like, what's going on? I was like,
that's crazy.
It was hilarious and stuff, whatever. It was on 6 buzzes, a whole bunch of places and stuff. I was like, this movie may be too much for a lot of people.
It may be.
But yeah.
Let that be your warning. If you're gonna go see it, please use the washroom first.
Yeah.
Use the washroom.
That's what I did.
First.
I got a beer and everything and stuff, and I was like, let me go piss.
Yeah.
Before I crack open this beer, because I'm gonna be here, and it was like 2 hours and like 20-something minutes.
Yeah.
So I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
But the guys were like, I'm not gonna miss. Unintended. I started splashing people. Yo, you see 3 people beating on one person and stuff, whatever, right? And I heard somebody, his dick is out. So I was like, yeah, different world we live in.
It's a different world we live in.
So let's play a little catch up and stuff, whatever. Because I was sick before you cut, and then you cut, and so we got some polls to catch up on and
All
stuff,
right.
whatever.
So let's do this.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So first poll was, has the modern man become too soft? What do you think they got?
I want to say the polls lean towards the yes.
Yes, you are correct.
90%.
90%. 90%. Why do you think the modern man has become too soft? Talk about it. Are we and what do you? I want to know, what do you quantify as the modern man? Are we talking like, let's say, anything under retirement age to like 18? So say like 18 to 65. Is that modern man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We can put that there.
Okay.
Yeah. Feminism.
Yes. I'm a little delicate. I don't have to work too hard.
You're not. You're a little bit delicate.
It's okay to get vagina. Because she wants to throw it out there because she wants to. She want her cake and eat it too. Not my cake though, but that's a different story.
The aggressiveness in women, and then the what is it called? The male why am I having a brain fart right now? When men have too much attitude.
The sassiness?
No, not the sassiness, the aggressiveness. Something aggression? Is it
Toxic masculinity?
toxic masculinity.
Okay.
Everything has been labeled toxic masculinity to the point men don't even know what to do from what not to do and come off not toxic.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, because you're at a standstill and stuff. Of you were telling you were walking, you can't walk there, or nor to step there and step there. So you're looking like, fuck it, I just won't move.
Yeah.
I just won't do anything.
Yeah.
That's fair. For me, like when I seen has the modern man become too soft, I would say kind of like the label thing, what you're saying and stuff, like you don't know where to go.
Right.
Because I look at it stuff as like, all right, check this. Remember the time we went to go kick it in June to the barbecue with the live band and all that type of stuff, whatever. Sorry, in July.
In July, yes.
In July. When we were doing all of that and stuff, whatever, right? That same day and stuff, whatever, I was off from work and stuff like that, whatever. And I was just vibing, right?
Right.
And I went to go get so me personally, soft man, I guess saying like a soft man, I went to go get my feet done, right?
Okay.
I went to go get my feet done and stuff, whatever. One, I want to say me personally to go get my feet done way before the pandemic.
Right.
So I was super overdue, so to speak, and stuff, whatever. But it was just more so because the lady who did my feet.
Yeah.
Shout out to True number 2. That she just told me to call her.
True
stuff,
number
whatever.
2?
With True, we had a previous interaction.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, like you come here, change your mind and da-da-da. So it was more of like, I want to see if you can, don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah.
And then I was having a conversation and stuff. And then she's like, yo, at the process when she's doing my feet, she's like, you want to put any paint or anything on your toes? I'm like, no. She's like, yeah, but no one's not really going to see your toes but you and probably your people's in the house. I'm like, no. So, and then she's like, oh, so you're a real man's man. So I was like, because I don't want no color? I'm a real man's man? So she's like, yeah. So she's like, no, any man that put color is not real man in her eyes where she's from.
I would have asked her, like, how often is that? Like,
often. I asked that. She said, often.
Really?
Often. So I went there, like the first time I met her.
Yeah.
She's like, there was at least 2 guys that came in earlier that same day.
Yeah.
One got like a black nail polish on his toes.
Right.
And another one got like a clear coat on his toes.
Okay, so I'm familiar with people getting clear coat, like men getting clear coat. They polish their finger and they get clear. Like I'm familiar with.
I used to be jiggy with it and stuff whatever way back in the day.
Yeah.
Until I realized and stuff like somebody told me like, yo, you gotta go to the real Vietnamese squad and stuff. They sick with the foot and the handwork, whatever, right?
Right.
So they're like, if they sick with it, they don't need no coat. They'll buff your shit to shine. Whatever, right? So I always just leave and let it rock like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do what you do. And she's like, you know what? I just buff your toes. And I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
And she buffed it out, whatever. And I was looking like, bling, blah. I'm like, fuck, I need no coat for.
You don't need no coat.
You sick with the skills.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, a lot of men, she's like, if it was her man coming in with painted toes, she wouldn't take him serious. She might think he is gay.
Right.
So I was looking, I was like, oh, this is crazy. And now going back to the label thing and stuff, whatever, right? I line up, I shave, I shower, I put on cologne, I put on lotion and stuff, whatever. To specific men, that might be kind of soft. But I'm like, to a clean dude, it seems regular.
I'm waiting for the soft part to come up in that conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you don't know where to go because it's kind of like, okay, so I'm supposed to be ashy, but my skin's gonna be itching, and you're gonna say I'm dirty.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna put lotion on and stuff, whatever. So like now I'm in a no-no zone because I put lotion on and everything like that. Oh, so now I put on cologne, and then one person said to me at work, whatever, like, I can smell your slut sauce from over here. So I was looking like, so I can't wear cologne. Like, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things like certain modern men will clap at other men. Me personally, the purses, like the purses I see, I wouldn't consider them like, I'm like, yo, you soft.
Right.
Why you need a purse for?
Right.
You got a pants for 4 pockets and a little small pocket for whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, you soft.
Yeah. No. I bought one of them bitches because I heard there's too much pickpockets in Jamaica. I wanted my shit right here where I can see it. You see it?
I see it. That's right. I did. I see you and your wife beater and your vacation.
I was like, yo, let me get this cross bag right now, man, because I heard there's too many pickpockets in yard, yo. I was like, let me put my shit right in front of me where I can see it. That's how I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen,
what Marv says.
The purse man, not your average. So that's what I'm saying. Like all these things and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
To like, let's say the folks who are quote unquote retired.
Okay.
Let's say the 65 to 66-year-olds.
Yeah.
When they're looking at us, because we're in the non-retirement stage, looking like, you guys are soft.
Right.
Right? And I looked at it and stuff, I was like, okay, and I can see that. And then a lot of the women now who are our age, right, are kind of raised by these people who are these retirees.
Mhm.
So these retirees and stuff have given them an image and stuff of like what the quote unquote man is supposed to look like. And then when you see a guy, I guess, doing the not so traditional things and stuff, whatever, he looks soft.
Yeah.
I look at it as where, for me, like it's like being hard and being soft, I guess is more of a pushover kind of thing than more of an aesthetic type of stuff. It's like a behavior, personality type of stuff, whatever. Because I look at it stuff as where you don't always have to be tough, but you have to know for a fact and stuff, whatever, what your likes and your dislikes are.
Right.
And the power of like your words and your stance.
Right.
If I had a little girl, I would teach her and stuff the power of the word no, but I would still say that men need to know the word and stuff no as well.
Yeah.
Like I look at it stuff as like, for me, I feel like more boys are more likely to succumb to peer pressure than girls.
Okay.
Right? So I look at it stuff as where if everybody wants to start doing these things, it's not a problem for you to say no, but then a lot of boys and stuff look at that boy and stuff like, you soft, you a bitch, you a coward, etc. and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then if it's a girl and stuff for her, she might 9 times out of 10 probably might find another squad to kind of kick with or be a solo person.
Right.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with that for a guy, but a boy just needs to know and stuff that, yo, it's not what you look like to make you look hard. It's your decisions and stuff that what makes you hard and stuff, whatever. Do you fight? Do you flight?
Right.
That's what makes you hard.
Yeah.
Do you stand your ground? Do you let somebody push you over and stuff, whatever? These things will make you hard and soft. My take.
Yeah.
Next poll was, are fairy tales damaging to kids? And I can tell you this one. 86% said no.
86% said no.
How you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel I'm on the no side with that.
You on the no side with that? Why not?
Um,
There's a princess thing I'm against and stuff, whatever, but I want to hear your why nots.
No, I think again, this is parenting as well, right? And I think majority of the parents are still kind of telling these kids that it's like make believe to a certain extent, and not to take things too literal or too serious. And I think without even saying that, these kids of this generation have been exposed to more things, been exposed to more real things, that they kind of see fairy tales as what it is. Fairy tales, not like when we were like when kids were growing up, you had to explain to them like, no, this is not real, right? A lot of them are growing up in the era where they see things being reproduced, and they can understand the difference from real from what's not real. I think, again, going back to what we were saying maybe a few weeks ago, that AI is more damaging than I would put fairy tales.
Really? Okay.
Have you ever seen that commercial? And it's like this little tiny hippopotamus, and they're saying how this is like a rare, extinct miniature hippopotamus, and it crawls into some dude's hand and so forth like that.
Mm-mm.
And then at the halfway point, it goes, "This is an advertisement to tell you to now. This is an advertisement to tell your kids that things that may appear real are not real,
Mm.
right? And for you as a parent to educate your kids on these things,
Mhm.
right? So if sorry, if you got to educate your kids on these type of things, this is what they're not being exposed to.
Mhm.
The cartoon stuff, I think, is now becoming less real to them, and with the lessons that are being taught, I don't know if it's necessarily being translated through the cartoons more than is being translated to actual media what they're watching.
I think so for me, I think the fairy tales itself, like let's say if we don't have cartoon animated Little Mermaid no more, we have Haley Berry
Yeah,
like acting out and stuff, whatever,
yeah,
as things. So we have more live action, but it's still a fairy tale kind of portrayal. Now, I think the thing and stuff is where you're right when it comes to the parenting aspect.
right,
Like the parents need to be the ones to kind of situate some things. But for me, what I seen and stuff a lot with some of these kids and stuff, even up today, like even the Gen Z folks, I'm not clapping at them,
yeah,
but it's like they have something and stuff where it's kind of like responsibilities aren't kicking in,
Hmm.
right? Where I can, let's say if they work a job,
right,
I can work this job and I can go on this big bank trip, blow the budget, or I can buy set product and stuff, whatever. And what about tomorrow? They're expecting their parents to feed them for tomorrow and stuff. You and I, we spoke about this before.
right,
It's a privilege for your parents to provide for you in your adult life.
yeah,
They kind of have some of these things stuff kind of locked in because somewhere along the line, the fairy tale and stuff is that once you make it out of, like, let's say, the dumbest line and stuff is like, I can't wait till I grow up.
right,
And when they have that moment of when I'm grown and no one can tell me what to do, if they're still looking at stuff like you as parents supposed to provide and do certain things for them,
yeah,
that's a fucked up fairy tale they have in their head.
yeah, yeah,
Because there's a point and stuff when like, you're grown now,
right,
you do you,
right,
you feed you,
right.
and everything like that, whatever. Then it'd be like, well, I thought you were supposed to take care of me and stuff. Whatever. Like, yeah, I'm not Prince Charming. I'm father.
Also, while you're telling me that,
Yeah.
and again, so I'm thinking about this whole going back to the Prince Charming thing, right?
Mm.
They're not looking at Prince Charming in the cartoons, right? But social media is telling them that you need to go find yourself a Prince Charming that's gonna go take care of you,
Yeah, give you the bag.
give you the bag,
Get the
and all,
bills
and all
all
that.
that type
So
of.
that's what I'm saying when I say it's kind of moved from that fairy tale shit. Like they
No,
is
for
looking
an
for
animated thing, but it's
Yeah.
still the Prince Charming is still a fairy tale.
yeah, yeah.
Like just the concept of Prince Charming and stuff is still a fairy tale. And
It's
stuff,
still a
whatever,
fairy
right?
tale,
Because no one's perfect, so to speak.
so to speak.
So your Prince Charming is not going to be your white and shining armor coming to you like, "Hey, beautiful person, you seem like you're struggling. Come with me. I'll take you to this big
Let me
mansion over
jump
here."
on the horse.
Yeah.
Jump on the back of the horse.
Yeah, so a lot of them think that they don't have to put in work. Eventually,
Nah.
Prince Charming or Princess Charming is supposed to just come
Yeah.
through with the bag. I heard a young dude say this.
Jump on the back of the BMW.
Yo, I heard a young dude say this. He had me down. He's like, yo, I met this cougar.
Right.
He's a young dude. He's
Yeah.
like, I met this cougar. My life's about to be changed and shit like that. She got me peeling potatoes 7:00 in the fucking morning. Yeah, I caught some cheeks the night before. Why are we up 7:00 in the morning and stuff? I don't got school. And she like, we gonna make sure this house in order before we start fucking and shit like that. He's like, I want to go back home with my mom.
Wow.
So it's like, again, he's looking like, you'll save me.
You saved me.
But you got me working now.
Yeah.
She's like,
What kind of shit
I'm
is
pretty
this?
sure he's like, got me peeling potatoes. We not gonna eat dinner with this mashed potatoes till like 7:00. So why we peeling them 7:00 in the morning?
7 a.m.
Motherfucker, her circadian rhythm is set early now. She's a worker. You're still on. I'm on La La Land time. The conversion is wild though. The conversion is wild. Next poll was: would you end your relationship if your political views were different? Now, so for this,
Yeah.
a lot of people said yes. Right?
Okay.
And to give a little slight context and stuff, whatever, let's say during the time I saw you physically,
Right. Yeah.
to like, a lot has happened with pretty sure you caught up to speed with Charlie Kirk,
Yes.
right? R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. And now I want to say the Charlie Kirk situation to me became a what do we call it? An inflection moment.
Right.
I feel like there's no going back from this Charlie Kirk assassination situation
Yeah.
where like I heard a group of white men say white men fight back when it was a white man that killed Charlie Kirk,
Yes.
right? So who the fuck are they fighting back? Right? But
Right.
then again, the inflection thing and stuff, the inflection point was like from his assassination, I had this great divide where there's black people saying they don't give a damn, he was a bigot.
Yeah.
But then you see the videos with him interacting with black people and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
The world changed. So now with the political stance coming back in because he was pro-Trump,
Right.
when I posed the question, a lot of people said yes.
Mm.
Right? Now, how do you feel about it?
It's weird because my wife is apolitical.
Okay.
So for a personal experience,
Mhm.
I would probably say I'm the only person in the household that's really concerned with politics, and then she'll lean on me for any type of education, or she'll just kind of rock with what I'm rocking with. But with the households that just have that dynamic, I've always thought it would have been a situation where the likeness between couples with certain things that kind of attract them.
Mhm.
I almost kind of thought the political spectrum would be there also. Like, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things that you've already agreed on type of deal prior to marriage. You kind of have similar thoughts of like maybe you have like similar liberal views. That's why you gel so well, right?
Fair.
You have like similar thoughts as far as like Republican or conservative views.
Right.
That's why you kind of gel. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, you guys are kind of almost already aligned.
Mhm.
So that's how I've always kind of visioned it. So when you say 80%, I'm like, I'm actually shocked.
Well, I've learned, I want to say, let's say this. It's a blessing for you
Yeah.
where you've been with the same partner for so long,
Right.
right?
Right.
Um, Dating, let's say you've been dating during the pandemic and just the dating landscape and stuff, whatever. I want to say, well, here, Trudeau has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way,
Right.
right?
Right.
And I remember specifically, I went to go talk to this woman. I
Yeah.
went to go talk to this woman and stuff, whatever. It was kind of like, so we're there face to face or something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
which reminds me, I never looked it up until now. I'm just thinking about it stuff. You know, like the Canadian flags on the back of the cars with the it's instead of red, it's black.
Right. Yes.
Is that like anti-Canada, or is that like we're liberated, or like we're going through a liberation thing? Because that's what sparked our conversation.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So let's say we're walking now and we walk past somebody's car or truck and they have one of those, the black Canadian flag symbols on their truck, whatever, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I just said, like, joking wise, I'm like, yo, I thought it was red and white.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know Canada, when did Canada become pro-black like that, whatever, right?
Right. Right.
I'm like, was it George Floyd? So then she's like, no, because that Trudeau idiot, her words, not mine. She's like, that Trudeau idiot and stuff, whatever, created the divide and stuff, whatever, because this is why, and this is the start of the whole trucking convoy thing and stuff was popping off, right?
Right. Right.
When she was talking. And then she said, did you vote for that guy? So the way she said it and the way she looked at me, Smooth,
Yeah.
I promise you, it was kind of like,
She's gonna punch
if
you.
I had any
She's gonna
plans
punch
of
you in your
getting some-
eyes.
yeah, if I had any plans to get some vagina and stuff like that, whatever,
yeah.
it's done. If I
Yeah.
even say anything about Trudeau.
Imagine your game being killed by Trudeau.
What is you talking about?
That's
This game got
wild.
killed by the vaccine.
That's wild. Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember I told you I dated
that was a great divide.
It was
that
a-
was a great divide.
Man, I never forget. I went to go talk to this chick. She's like, oh, you know, and it made my day. She's like, oh my gosh, you're so perfect.
Yeah.
She's like, your smile, your skin. I was like, yeah, checkmate. And she's like, you work in a hospital? I'm like, yeah. You take the vaccine? She's like, yeah. I don't want vaccinated sperm inside my body. How you gonna dog you? How do you know I'm gonna raw dog you? Don't I gotta know you for a bit? I'm automatically gonna fuck you raw and shoot the club up? I've been fucking since I was 15. I only have one kid. You think I go around just shooting the club up everywhere?
Yeah. She's thinking in the future eventually when she gets to know you.
That's the vaccine.
Yeah.
Political views matter.
Yeah. Mhm. It did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this is where I tell you, like, yo, water your grass you're on. Like,
Right.
appreciate your side.
Yeah.
Because let's say you and your wife have similar, I want to say, views. And I want to say, let's say this. Even if it's more on you and she's like, she's not that political and everything,
Right.
it still shows a level of like, babe, I trust you. You make the best judgment for us.
Right.
And all the above.
So while we're here, going back to
vaccine sperm. That's my life. I can't make this shit up.
No. It's a serious thing, man. I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
It's a serious thing. But going back to one of the things we were talking about, in a recurrent thing is dating and questions that you should be asking. Should political alliances be one of those things?
I think so.
Considering now that 80% is a good chunk.
I believe so, because I look at it and stuff as where like you don't want something to kind of blindside you
right
later, where I guess I don't think, let's say this. If I agree with a person and stuff for like 60% of the things,
yeah,
I don't believe that now come 3-4 months down the line, the 60% is not gonna dwindle down to like 10%. Unless you weren't coming with real authentic energy.
Right.
If it was real authentic organic, then yeah, we're good to go, because we're just gonna build on it. Like, okay, we're not gonna see eye to eye on everything.
Yeah.
And we come from different walks in the world.
Right.
I look at it stuff as where if I'm not that political and you are that, or that woman is that political and stuff, whatever, I'm not gonna crucify her and everything and stuff, whatever. But then she might look at me and say, like, this guy's not serious about decisions and stuff within our world and our landscape and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not speaking for every woman, but some women and stuff might be like, yo, I don't give a damn and stuff about that. But then there's women and stuff, or the people that look, like I said, women looked at me like, yo, you rock with you Trudeau. And I was like, I wasn't anti-Trudeau.
Yeah.
But I looked at it and stuff as where, with a lot of the funding stuff that we were dealing with and stuff, like before when Harper was in power,
right,
a lot of things really needed to change to kind of work well for the Canadian landscape.
Yeah.
I get it that like conservative views, or like, those kind of like straight kind of like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And not adjusting and stuff for it. But I want to say Canada is so much younger than America.
Yeah.
In North America and stuff, you have Canada, America, and Mexico.
Right.
And I look at it stuff as Canada is younger than America. So I feel like whatever we see, like from the older country or closer relative, would be America, be like, let's not go as fucked up as them, or whatever the decision it may be.
Right.
Let's try and make a way where we can make it more suitable for us and newer ones, because there are certain things that are locked in and can't change. Like, I want to say there's certain things within the Constitution they cannot change in America.
Yes.
But here, I'm not saying like the Charter of Rights or anything like that here is far off from it, but it's kind of like we have more flexibility to do so many things.
Right.
Like immigration reform, slavery wasn't heavy over here as it was over there in America.
Yeah.
We have more play and flexibility and stuff with it, whatever. So I look at it stuff as like, I don't think it should be deadlocked to conservative.
No.
Maybe you try a little liberal, a little free shit, a little new shit to try something. Doesn't work.
Yeah,
we can go back to those views and stuff, but if they're like, it's liberal or nothing. It's conservative or nothing.
Yeah, no. I don't rock like that, man. And I'm encouraging everybody to just it shouldn't be a party that you base your decision on. It should just be what they stand for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because even with the parties, what they stand for may change from time to time. They may be more center leaning, depending on who's running the helm, right? Shit. I'd be seeing a lot of left-wing people voting on right-wing stuff and vice versa, right? But at the end of the day, it's like you gotta now say to yourself, what is it that's in it for me, right? And then vote towards that, and then possibly hope that your vote wins. But understand that everybody is voting what's gonna be right for them. And then if it's gonna be a majority thing, then you just gotta kind of rock with what the majority is. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, maybe you didn't get what was yours this time, but hopefully next time you get what's yours.
I agree. Because I look at it stuff as where you could be minding your business here within your home, and then let's say a road close by might be too dangerous for some to cross.
Right.
They'd be like, yo, conservatives, like, we want to put a crosswalk to kind of make it safe for certain people and stuff. Be like, you know what? Sometimes I fuck with that area.
Yeah.
I'll vote for that.
Yeah.
And then a liberal might come to your door or some shit, might tell you some shit like, yo, we're getting this petition to get this check signed and stuff, whatever. So you get an extra $100 a month and stuff, whatever, from the government and everything. You're like, hell yeah, I want an extra $100. Sign me up. Be like, oh, I'm conservative. I don't need your $100. The fuck off the block. You gonna take that money.
You crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
And then there's some people that the conservatives probably like, damn, liberals, they always want this other shit, carbon tax and this, all this, blah, blah, blah. They still cashing that check when they hit their account for the GST.
They cashing that check.
So miss me with that, man. You go with the majority.
Yeah.
You're righty.
Wow, that's 80%.
80. Different world, man.
That is a different world. It's a different world.
But like I said, like maybe the question, because let's say Charlie Kirk was killed on September 10th, September 11th, and it's like every day you hear like Don Juan making new decisions or making new actions and stuff over there.
Right.
And a lot of people can never forget that he's part of the Republican Party.
Right, right.
So I look at it stuff as where there's so many things where like the Republicans and the conservative parties have an image and a look.
Yeah.
Where some people be like, yo, I just want to find somebody for myself and stuff. And they're probably like, you know what? Donald Trump might not be too wrong and stuff on this. And the person's like, what?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe this relationship isn't gonna work out.
Donald Trump should be the very last thing that destroys your relationship.
That's a fact.
Man.
It's a fact.
Man, he should be way. All politicians should be way down on the scale. That's like checkbox number 1,000.
I would think, but it's just a landscape and stuff, whatever. Because I feel like, and the episode that you and I and Shorty had and stuff together. Shout out to Shorty.
Shout out to Shorty.
Was like, it was 3 age groups. She was in her 20s. I was in my 30s. You were in your 40s and stuff at the time.
Right.
And then when you look at it and stuff, it's kind of like, yeah, in my 20s, I really didn't give two fucks too much about politics.
Right.
And you said the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. But then it's like, let's say if you're dating and you might be dating in your 30s, that might be a thing now because you're probably in your 30s and you're kind of more aware of your decisions and like you might care about how the world around you works and stuff, right? Yeah. So I feel like dating in your 20s is a lot shorter compared to like dating in your 30s. Like if someone's dating in their 30s and some people are dating in their 40s and some people are possibly dating in their 50s and everything, I would feel like a political view, political stance will kind of determine some things. I think in your 20s, you probably still have time to be more malleable, and flexible, and to kind of understand some stuff.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, and then in your 20s, probably what politics in general probably don't affect you that much. As opposed to when you're like 30, 40, you might be more business minded, and whatever conservatives is doing, it's gonna benefit
you, right? Yeah. Because you're a business owner and etc.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Last poll. I'm going to tell you the start of this, whatever, but I'll tell you the poll.
Okay.
So this is a question from Sweetie. Okay. She was on Nessa's show on Hot 97.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And she made a reference and stuff like the world doesn't like her too much because she's suffering from pretty punishment.
Pretty punishment.
Pretty punishment.
Pretty-
So now
okay.
the question now I posed to the world was, could you be punished for being too pretty? And 71% said yes.
71% says yes. I'm still rocking with pretty privilege, man. I'm still rocking with pretty privilege.
Not pretty punished?
Not pretty punished.
Okay, so tell me why.
I'll take my chances as a pretty person.
You pretty motherfucker.
Pretty
you.
motherfucker.
You handsome son of a bitch.
I'll take my chances.
You start off and smooth. Ow. This guy's hilarious. Yo, so okay. So why would you think people would be punished for being too pretty? Because I look at it stuff as where I feel like pretty privilege, like you,
Yeah.
is just so much more prevalent. Like I feel like if there's 10 doors to get through,
Yeah.
you could probably walk through 7 by just with being like that, being looked at.
Just that alone.
Just that alone.
Just that alone.
3 doors that are close to you does not make it a punishment.
No. And in fact, I think the only time, and we've talked about this before, I think the only downside is that people may be intimidated by you and not want to approach you or not want to deal with you because they feel like they're not even in your league. Like that. Is that pretty punishment for someone to feel like they're not in my league?
That's a good damn question. That's pretty punishment.
That's pretty punishment.
That's pretty punishment and stuff to be like, yo, like, look here, scoundrel.
Right.
I look way better than you.
Yeah.
You need to know for the fact who the fuck I am and everything. But I'm like, aren't we going merit, not by biology?
Like, this is like Rudolph can't join in on the reindeer games.
Yeah. Like poor Rudolph.
Poor
like,
Rudolph.
Rudolph's like, I can walk on sky.
You know what I mean?
I can lead the way and stuff, whatever. But it's probably like Blitzen is like, this motherfucker gonna go head of the back because he's born a red nose that lights up and shit like that.
Ooh,
He
your red nose. Your red nose.
Yo.
This is your pretty punishment. You ain't joining no reindeer games.
Yo.
No reindeer games for you.
But the privilege put him in the front of the
for y'all, right? You know what I'm saying?
So if we don't want to fuck with you, because you already had privilege, why are we the problem?
Right.
Talk. Oh my gosh, Smooth. You said it ain't no better than that.
Yeah, man. I'm running with pretty privilege.
All right. So since you were missing, what would you like to talk about? You tell me what stood out in your mind when you were like, these motherfuckers are talking about this, or you saw this while you were away, or you didn't mess with anything?
I tried not to mess with anything at all. It's just
it's amazing.
Yeah, I tried my best, and I mean, being in some areas where it's just country and wildlife and no Wi-Fi kind of helped. You know what I mean, to just meditate and relax. But as soon as I got in a zone where there was Wi-Fi, and I was able to do a little catching up, a little bit of posting, that Charlie Kirk just dominated.
Okay, so
it just dominated. So.
Okay, let me ask you this now, because like you know me, I'm plugged in yet not plugged in and stuff at the same time and stuff for the Ghost in the Show.
Yeah.
As a podcaster who sometimes has different opinions from others, are you in fear of your life now?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular reason for that, or just that because he was a podcaster and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if he said a few things and stuff which people didn't agree on, because like even with I don't want to give the kid no energy, no steam and stuff for her, but like I heard that apparently he has a partner who must have been trans.
Right.
And it was kind of like he was just waiting, allegedly, they're saying he was just waiting till he just made a mark about like trans issues.
Right.
That's the reason why he took the shot then, because for so long, he didn't shoot. But he's like, if he opens up his mouth once on this trans thing, that out. And then with the trans have guns, trans people have guns, eventually the shot came right after that and stuff. And then
Yeah, I think uh, I think it's because the way we go about things. I
talk
think
about it.
our tact is different. Like we won't agree on everything that that's happening in the world, and other people might not see, or other people might not agree with our views, right?
Mhm.
But we're not condescending. We don't speak in a condescending tone, a condescending manner,
That's a fact.
right?
That
And I think that's what
and that's
kind
it.
of
That was like people like him, Andrew Tate,
yes,
those type of people and stuff, whatever. Myron from
right,
like Fresh
right,
and Fit.
yeah.
Like I look at him stuff
It's
as
hard
well.
for people to listen to your view if they're on the defensive, and I don't, and that's not what we're about. We don't put people on the defensive.
Correct.
Yes, I think that's why I don't really.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. Because I mean, yeah, because when it happened and stuff, you weren't really kind of close by and stuff, whatever, for us to kind of have that little convo real quick. But I look at it stuff as where you're right because I was fearful, like not to the point of like my life being threatened,
yeah,
but I looked at it stuff as where I don't say things that might be popular demand,
right,
right?
yeah,
And I'm not going about it because some people might be like, "Oh, you just trigger warning. You plan to do this and stuff like that, whatever." I'm like, no, I think different. There's some parts that I might think as a collective with other parts in the world, whatever. But
yeah,
when we're here in front of the lights and the microphones and stuff like that, I look at it stuff as where my aim is just to speak my truth.
yeah, yeah,
This is just my truth. And if you don't like me for my truth, whatever, then if I'm not causing you no violence or talking down to you,
right,
why am I an issue to you?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I didn't really think that, let's say this, Steven Crowder used to do Change My Mind,
Okay,
right? And then Charlie Kirk ended up doing Prove Me Wrong.
right,
I look at this, and Myron from Fresh and Fit, he's going to college campuses and stuff like that as well, right?
yeah,
I look and stuff and say, like, it's more of opening up and learning where I feel Charlie Kirk and Steven Crowder were kind of doing, they just had their facts on demand.
yeah,
Myron, yo, that's straight condescending talking down to you and stuff to make you feel belittled and small and stuff like that. So that's why I'm kind of shocked. I'm like, and I'm not poking
no, 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 yeah, yeah,
Myron will get touched before Charlie Kirk get
yeah,
touched,
yeah,
right? But that's not how the world works. And I look at it stuff as where we can't control, we can't change time and stuff and go back in hands of time and stuff of what happened. But I do know for a fact and stuff that the world has been so much more different
yeah,
since Charlie Kirk's death.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
Come on.
And he didn't really intentionally say things pertaining to Charlie Kirk. It was more pertaining to Trump,
Pertaining to Trump, right?
right? So I look at stuff as where, yo, that's an inflection moment that, like, yo, people need to just take a look at and stuff. Is like, our world has been changed again ever since September 10th.
Yeah.
Um, I have a question for kind of like in the books. Do you believe that this shooting is the first of its kind or the last of its kind for now? Where like again, people with these views that might be different from popular demand,
Yeah.
would this be like not a possible copycat thing moving forward,
Right.
but just like
I'm thinking for sure, um, podcasters or public speakers who may tend to rub people the wrong way. I think for sure their public speaking is going to have to be different. Like you can't be laxed as far as security is concerned, right?
Mhm.
Um, the perimeter. These guys are going to have to start taking precautions like how like the presidents do.
But that's the thing too. Like Crowder. So I've been watching Crowder when Crowder started doing the Change My Mind stuff.
Yeah.
I want to say pre-pandemic.
Okay.
Pre-pandemic, I got hip. Then even when the pandemic hit, he started doing this stuff as well with like the mask and the social distancing thing with the table and stuff like that.
Right.
He was like they would show like clips of where he's talking. Let's say like, all right, you got up and be like, oh, this guy was a gentleman and stuff, whatever. But some bozo from behind, so like you see the security guard right here,
Yeah.
and then now somebody that ran past the security guard to launch like a cup of juice or a drink and just throw it over him in his set
Yeah.
and everything. Like he's
Yeah.
like, yo, like that's assault,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, for him to even have 4 bodyguards
Right.
and still getting touched by something like that, whatever, like you basically need Secret Service.
And this is what I'm saying, right? Because I'm looking at and it was graphic as hell, that whole scene.
Which one?
The Charlie Kirk.
You saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it.
I saw it.
How'd you feel about that?
Which was weird. I'm like, yo,
The internet, though, like there's no
bars.
There's no filter.
There's no bars, man.
There's no filter.
There's no bars, man. And it was some pages didn't show it, blurred it out, and then some pages just let it like rock, right? So when I actually seen it, I was like, no, that was like a sniper shot, and dude must have been like a good 200, maybe close to 300 meters away, right? So I'm like, nah, you really have to be setting up perimeters like you're the president.
Yeah. When Trump got grazed, allegedly it was 200 feet. Right?
Just 200 feet.
It was 200 feet from the mark and stuff like that, whatever, too. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like the same thing you were saying. I agree with you.
Yeah.
They need to watch how they speak in public settings.
Yeah.
And you need protection. You need protection and stuff like that, right? Because I look at it stuff as even where some of the people who might even be on that type of level, I seen something, I think there's something like in Texas where they have an area that kind of looks similar to, I don't want to say similar to New Orleans and stuff there, but it's kind of like their party district.
Yeah.
I don't know where exactly. I don't know if it's in Dallas or Houston or something like that, whatever. But they might do a little street 1-2 interviews and everything and stuff. And I seen them like attack the person who's doing the interview.
Doing interviews, yeah.
So I'm like, and they're not even on the scale compared to like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Where people like, who are you? Oh, I know you, to hate you, to threaten you, to put hands on you and stuff like that. But I'm like, on a small scale, you need security.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. I mean, if you think about it, and maybe even more so because you're easily able to be touched.
Yeah. And you have a likable face.
Hey,
trying
to keep it all good and smug.
These handsome guys out here.
Trying to work with my pretty privilege.
Yo, let's go back to this privilege thing and stuff, right? Wait, please tell me before we get back to this pre-privilege stuff with Sweetie's talk. Do you have anything to say about Dame Dash? I don't know. I want to be fair to you.
Okay, so again, I know him and I know he was on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Other than that,
you weren't plugged in.
I wasn't plugged in.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I wasn't plugged
in. The most if you get to it, if you don't get to it, whatever.
Yeah.
I would say to you and stuff, whatever. From my take, your ego is not his ego is not his amigo. We've already discussed that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a point where we can't allow some of these, and I'm gonna say put race into it. We cannot allow some of these Black men who may have mental issues,
right,
to give them an open platform for them to do them. Like I look at it stuff as where Kanye has done stuff where platforms has reduced him and stripped him away from certain type of things.
Right.
This is good.
Right.
The Breakfast Club, with the effect that Dame Dash has done to the culture.
Yeah.
People like him, I'm assuming, always have an outlet to kind of just come on whenever they're ready. And if they don't have anybody lined up, to come on and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
there's something and stuff where I don't feel right about talking about Dame Dash because we've been saying it over and over about his behavior and his mentality and everything, and there's no change. Why allow a person to come on the table and stuff forever to talk?
Yeah, yeah.
Show me you've changed, and I can give you a platform where you can speak about whatever. If you're the same type of person, like it got to like bubblegum bullshit,
Right, right.
whereas like him and Charlemagne was going at it, whatever. I was looking like, I feel bad for him, but yet and still and stuff, I'm like, why did you allow yourself to go up there?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, he's not right in his head. And again, the mental health umbrella comes back and stuff, whatever. Be like, no, there should be certain type of things and parameters before we say you're allowed to come on this platform to do certain type of things.
You know what's one thing that's taken for granted?
Talk.
And a lot of people feel like they don't need it? Media training.
We found a way where there's tons of people that are MCs.
Yeah.
Without knowing what Toastmasters are.
Right.
There's a lot of like, there's kind of like a lot of people like, well, we didn't need this to do that.
Right.
Right? We kind of do.
Yeah. Yeah.
We kind of do.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have specific public figures that's gotten to places and stuff without these type of things.
Right.
So everybody feels like
it
can work for them too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's say clear enough. No trouble.
No,
You,
was good.
you read my mind?
I read your
okay,
mind.
bless
I read
your
your
heart.
mind. I
Bless
read
your
your
heart. I need to cross borders. No, yeah, let's get back to the sweetie this shit, whatever. So, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive are you?
Oh shit. I'm like maybe 9.7. 9.78. 9.78.
Why the 9.78? I need to know.
You know what I mean? Because not quite a 10. Yeah, well, I mean, that's not. I believe I'm a 10, but you know, the modesty in me gives me the 0.78.
Okay, so do you know what a SMV is? Pertaining to dating.
No.
SMV stands for sexual marketing value.
Sexual marketing value. My stock is way up.
All right. So, okay. We'll hold you to that now.
My stock is, I mean, you can't really hold it to me. I'm not on the market. I'm sorry for that. But if I was, I'd be high commodity.
All right. So let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a calculator.
Yeah. There's a calculator.
There's a calculator.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So you are 50 years of age, right?
Yes. I mean, the height might knock my value down a little bit.
That's okay. It's gonna be.
The height might knock my value down a little bit.
So you see, like, your SMV is slowly declining at the age of 50.
At the age of 50.
So I'm not even putting it at 51. It's when you're at 50. All right?
All right.
So then we're gonna just go by Drew. We're gonna by Drew. All right? Face, what do you feel your face is? A 9?
My face, I'll say, is about maybe a 7.8.
7.8?
Yeah.
We have 7.5 or 8.
Okay, so let's put at 7.5.
7.5?
7.5.
Okay, so that's above average, handsome.
Okay.
All right. How tall are you?
5'6".
Okay, so your height score is 2.5 because anything from 5 foot to 5'9" is considered short.
Really?
Your value.
Really? I thought that. Yeah, y'all 5'9" niggas, you better shut your mouth when you come around me. We in the same league.
Watch how you speak. Just because you're taller than me, that'll make you.
He's still short.
Body type. Now, are you athletic? Do you consider yourself athletic? Do you consider yourself like average built?
I would go with average built.
Okay.
Yeah.
So body, they'll give you 5 for that.
All right.
Style. Your style game and stuff is impeccable to me.
Yeah.
What do you give your style on 1 to 10?
I'd give my style a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
All right. So here they have 9 sitting at, hold on. Ooh. Unique style, sharp dresser. always on point.
Yeah.
Sounds about smooth.
Sounds about smooth.
Sounds about smooth.
Sounds about smooth.
All right. Your yearly income. Give me a ballpark max.
Ballpark max?
Yeah, from like 50 to 100K.
All right. I'm going to say 75 to 80.
75 to 80. So,
Yeah.
okay. So still 50 to 100K. All right. They give you a 5 for that.
Give you a 5 for that.
Your net worth score. So now think about like, say,
Everything
your hustles and all your businesses.
together. Yeah. Okay.
You're an app designer.
Yeah.
You're a podcaster.
Yeah.
You're an investor. You have properties that you're doing business with and stuff, whatever.
Okay, so I'm gonna say modestly around 600K.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So you had a 5.5 on that.
Okay.
All right. An occupation. So they got occupation wise and stuff, whatever, from like, let's say, firefighters, policemen, school teachers, nurse, paralegals. That's the lower middle.
That's the
Lower middle. You heard.
All right. So we
The upper middle.
So we won't talk about occupation right now.
The upper, you know what the upper middle
What's
is?
the upper middle?
Professionals like lawyers, doctors, accountants, engineers, B-list celebrities, influencers, real estate investors,
Shout
small
out to
business.
Shemar Moore. Even the upper levels. You're an upper level, son.
You leave my Samar Gold alone. All right.
All right.
And then the top tier is athletes and movie stars and popular influencers and musicians.
Okay.
A-listers.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we'll give you a 5. Can we give you a 5?
Yeah.
All right. Social media influence. How many followers do you have? From 50 to 100K? Because that's kind of low. I mean, that's kind of low for some. The lowest I see here, 100 to 9,000 followers. And that's a 0.5.
100 to 9,000 followers. 0.5.
0.5. Serious out here.
This is a dark landscape.
It's a dark landscape.
It's a dark landscape.
It's a dark landscape.
Yes.
All right.
The confidence seems to be more into myself now.
Oh, the reality. So this is your score. 3.7 out of 10.
3.7 out of 10.
I had a 5.4.
Yeah.
I had a 5.4 and stuff, whatever, and everything for mine.
Yeah.
I was looking like, damn, I thought I was shaking it rough, but I saw this. I was like,
hey, you're just as good as the 5.9.
Just as good. That's high. Now, see, my thing and stuff for even for that, whatever.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't pay attention to the feedback of strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Feedback of strangers mean more than feedback of your peoples and stuff for that. Because I feel like you're my peoples and stuff like that, whatever. I think, let's say the relationship that you and I have is concrete and solid. But is where even if you're telling me something and stuff, whatever, that I might not like to hear,
right,
you'll still tell it. And then it'll still be like, yo, I don't mean to offend.
Right,
I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think feedback like that is crucial and real. But a lot of people can't decipher that because on the other end, we'd be like, who the fuck Smooth thinks he's talking to or something like that.
Right.
I never take it as anything like that.
Yeah,
like, What was it? I think the other day I think my sweetest Smooth joke and stuff about me was I was telling somebody, I was like, oh, I'm telling Smooth I'm going to go for a walk one day. This is before my birthday.
Right.
And then you're like, you better jog. And they're like, yo, Smooth call you fat. So I was like, nah. I was like, did he? I was like, no, Smooth could tell me anything though. Because I look at this stuff as like, we're here to help each other be great.
Course, man.
So I wouldn't take anything and stuff like that, whatever. But then I realize some people and stuff do take it like that.
Yeah.
So now when it comes to people that they know, if they're giving you're getting positive feedback, like, oh, Marv, I like how you wore this today.
Right.
How you came on to that. Like, yeah, Smooth got my back. But I didn't like how you did or you wore something else, whatever, right?
Right.
Like, Smooth's a hater. No, listen to the feedback of the people and stuff, whatever, right? I look at the stuff as like for a level of attraction, like between for myself, I hear other things. I've heard something and stuff the other day, like, I don't know. How did the person put it? You're more attractive than what you think you are. Right?
Mm.
And I've never really kind of took that into consideration because I've always considered myself an average. Like how you said for yourself, 9.5 out of 10.
Right.
I consider myself average.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck is because I look at it stuff as where, again, I do things for, I guess, hygiene purpose or like cleanliness wise, things for confidence boosting.
Right. Right.
Right?
Right.
So I know that there's a world of women that don't like short men such as myself.
Yeah.
But I'm going where I love. I'm going where I celebrate, not where I'm tolerated.
Of course.
So if you don't feel me because I'm shorter and stuff like that, whatever, it's okay.
Yeah,
I moved to your next
that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because I remember I told you before I got an ill.
You got an ill?
I got an ill. Yo. I'm in government. Is government still around? I think
no, they changed the name. They changed the name. Is it the building is still there? It's operating as something.
Okay, so back in the day, it's a nightclub called a government and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
I went to go talk to this chick, and she was feeling me.
Yeah.
Right. So I kind of got her to her side and stuff like that. Bought her a drink and all the above. One of her homegirls, who was probably like either my height or a little bit taller or something like that. Not remember because the girl that I was talking to was shorter.
Yeah.
But she wore heels and still was a little bit short. Right.
Right. Right.
Her homegirl came by. She's like, "Hey, blank blank, like the person's name.
Yeah.
We're over here when you're done with this."
Wow.
So I'm like this, and then she looked me up and down like, yeah. She turned and she's like,
no.
Where's the camera? Where's the camera? She's like, I never wanted to hit a woman so much in my life.
In your life. In your life.
I wanted to throw my drink at her, but I was like,
yeah.
For me, I've always considered myself average.
Yeah.
I let the feedback from the people kind of raise my score and my scale and stuff like that, whatever. But the sexual marketed value thing, I did take in consideration of stuff now where to sell yourself, you need status does play a factor.
It does.
I don't give a fuck about status no more.
Right.
Right? So I'm okay with that. But I think a lot of people and stuff is that for them to consider themselves, let's say a high mark, like an 8 or 9 or something like that, then to have the sexual market value and stuff like bring the test the tail.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to hear that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No,
Like,
that's true.
Like I look at stuff as if you're a top model looking ass person, you can get bail money.
Hmm?
Could you get bail money besides your wife and your family?
I may have to shave and and go with the baby smooth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think the baby smooth might get me some bail. I might get me some bail money.
I need my beard.
You need your beard?
My beard.
Yeah.
My beard is a money maker apparently. I asked her, I was like, I'm thinking about I did this to work one day. I was like, I don't know, I might shave my beard and stuff for that. They're like, don't do that.
Don't do that. It's like real quick.
You look like a baby or something like that. I was like, but I'm 40 regardless.
Right.
With beard or with no beard, I'm
Yeah,
still 40.
yeah.
I'm not a child.
Apparently the hair makes the man. Apparently.
Makeup for men.
Makeup for men.
Makeup for men. Is there something wrong with being average? Because I feel like even hearing, like for me saying like, I'm not considering myself like a 9, a 10 and stuff like that. But then if somebody was to call you average, would you get offended? And then would you think other people would get offended?
I wouldn't get offended.
But you think most people would?
I think most people with the understanding of, or with not proper understanding of how average works will get offended. And I say that to say this. I may be on the shorter side, right? But my personality and charm exceeds most people. So then that's where the average comes in. That personality and charm, that shortness, kind of bring it to this line right here. That's average.
Okay.
Right? And that's how I feel. I have nothing wrong with average because there's things that I do that bring up my, that make up for my shortcomings.
Of course.
Right?
Why you say shortcomings?
It's in the vocabulary.
Change your vernacular.
Change my vernacular.
For this subject, we're gonna change it.
The vertically challenged.
He's still
it's funny yesterday because yesterday when we were out and about, I mean, and you always know the people who know me from back in the day because it's always smooth, right?
Right.
So you heard the one lady say, "Yo, smooth." We were outside, right?
She don't even know your name.
I don't even know your real name.
I'm like, groupie, because I was talking to other people, they're like, yo, who's that calling smooth? I'm like, one of his fans.
So inside the church, she was like, "Oh, you're still short." And I'm thinking in my head, "Girl, I'm past 50.
You ain't growing no more.
I ain't growing. I've been past that since junior high."
Yeah, I don't think next year I'll be 6 foot.
But it's funny. And then a little bit after that, when we was by the bar and stuff like that, the same person came by and he's like, "But you're still smooth."
How's your women, how's your wives smooth on the town?
Average.
Equilibrium. What? All right. Do you feel like some women like wear blinders and stuff, whatever, to like, I want to say, status? Put on status for like particular men.
Yeah.
Like, and when I say that and stuff, it's like some women, they may not be able to see men because their income might be low. Yeah. But then it comes to a point where they're looking like another woman might just not even give a fuck about a status. Like I look at it stuff as where, would you feel that, and we're not speaking for all women, but would you feel like more women care about your career and what you might do with yourself and stuff more in your 20s, 30s compared to like in your 40s and 50s?
Yeah, I would say in the 30s.
Yeah.
Again, because, same with political views, right? You're trying to align things around you that work with you in this stage in life.
Right.
Right? I think in your 40s and 50s, you kind of, or you should already have that alignment kind of figured out, right?
So now picking a partner would be more of a situation where like this needs to work with the world I'm living with now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it not necessarily has to be where you're making such amount of money, or your position in society is this. It's more of what you bring to the table. Can it work with I've already established at this point? So I don't think it makes much of a difference, right? I mean, at 40 and 50, you're probably just maybe looking for companionship, like real companionship at that point, right? Somebody you're focusing on spending the rest of your life with.
Let me ask you this. I have a friend and he said this and stuff, whatever, right? And I feel like it's not really too much fault in his logic. I can kind of see like the beauty and the madness.
Yeah.
He said he will find an attractive woman.
Right.
Shoot the club up and have the baby with her.
Yeah.
But he won't really be together with her until like the child's possibly like 5 to 6 years old. So I asked him, I said, why that age and stuff, whatever. And he said that from there, he can kind of see if she can like function and stuff with or without his help majority.
Right.
He said he's going to be there to help his kid.
Yeah.
Regardless, but he said that he's seen a lot of relationships and stuff, whatever, that kids change the dynamic within a relationship where the couples tend to break up.
Right.
And he's like, if he's just there around and everything and stuff like that, what compared to like being with her, he said he has a high probability probably like losing her if he's with her fully compared to like just being around. So now my thing and stuff is that if this woman was like known, like I want to say know herself and can like be like, I can do this all by myself. Some women can do that.
Yeah.
We don't want to raise a child like that in a broken home.
Right.
But a woman, like some women or some people can hold it on their own and stuff, whatever. Do you feel that certain couples and stuff should look about not really being serious about kids and stuff like that in a relationship? And I say it not to confuse you, but I say it to say like, is it Van Lathan? The
This one-
from CNN,
Yeah.
where him and his female friend had a child together.
Right.
They're not together, but it's kind of like he's still kind of being around.
Yeah.
So if it's later and stuff, they'd be like, you know what? I don't got nobody else. We were like, fuck it.
Yeah, but there's danger. The danger in that is,
Well, talk to me about the dangers.
the danger in that is that from the time she has that child to that 5 years,
She might meet somebody else.
that, right? Or she might realize she doesn't really need you. She doesn't really need you around more
Besides
than
the-
how you're already around. And she made that might work for her. Just you coming into the picture now, that might upset the balance. In her mind, that might upset the balance. No, we've been,
no, you're real.
we've been good. Why change it now?
We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. I don't know. Like when you're saying it though,
Yeah,
because you made a piece, like they probably made a healthy medium and stuff, whatever, to say like, all right, financially, you're here with me for this child,
right.
And I don't have like the necessary, like, we're laying in the bed together constantly. Let's say the person could probably like quote unquote speak fuck,
Yeah,
right? But then when they sleep like they're doing, like they're fighting demons in their sleep.
right.
Would you really want to wife or lay with a person like that constantly? Your answers probably might be a no.
No, yeah.
But you're looking like, I like how I'm over here, she's over here, and she's like, yo, I can jump man in my whole damn bed and know for a fact that if my kid is sick,
And do
you're
the
gonna still play your part.
And do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many times have we heard that people's relationships have been gotten better after they had a divorce? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like
we hear that a lot.
We hear that a lot, right? So it's a situation where not being together, but still making it work. That to some people that might be the happy medium, and they may not want anything more than that. So if it's like playing chicken. You know what I mean? It's you're doing this in the hopes that later on, you know what I mean? There might be that laneway for you to put your car back in.
Right.
That laneway might not be there, man.
And you got to be okay with that.
And you got to be okay with it.
Yeah. I like that. Well said. I never looked at it like that until you said it like that.
Yeah.
Because you're absolutely right. She could be Gucci and stuff. Whoa. What are you doing? Send me your child support money.
Yeah.
When I need these helps and everything like that. Go fuck some other woman out.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I mean, especially if she was about it at the very beginning.
Ooh, yep.
If she was about it at the very beginning, and then you said, "Nah, it has to rock like this," and you made her get used to it rocking like that, you're playing chicken, bro. You're playing chicken.
I like that. Well said. Let's go to one more question pertaining to that, and then I haven't. Does economics equal to sex? And I say that because like the whole SMV,
Yeah.
some people look like they won't sleep with you unless you have this amount of money.
Oh yeah.
But then everything around the world and stuff that we live in and stuff is like sex sells.
Right.
You buy some Good Charlotte. That's the group. They have the song "Girls Don't Like Boys, They Like Cars and Money."
Right.
Because these girls with their bodies, like guys with Ferraris. So it's kind of like these guys aren't going to buy a Ferrari unless they know that this is going to equal to them getting sex.
Yeah.
So does economics equal to sex?
I would think so. I think a lot of things that men do is in the purpose of impressing women.
The power of the PUSSY.
100%,
That's why
man.
dudes get haircuts and try to dress fly.
100%.
Every baller that can afford it, they cop the best ride for the power of the PUSSY.
Man, if it wasn't for women, we would all be walking around dusty as hell.
I know. You have those moments in your head.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Touch me, Smooth. Welcome back. I missed you. Yo, dust, but yo, Line up what?
Line up.
Look like Rick Rubin in this bitch. Yo, Rick Rubin like he don't give a fuck about a woman.
Nah, man. He's like, I'm gonna do me.
Okay, let's get to the question of the week. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question of the week says, which is heavier, charisma or truth? When you were talking about like the verbiage and equilibrium, I didn't want to ruin the question of the week, but here it is.
Yeah.
So which is heavier in your world, charisma or truth? Because I feel like, and I have my answer.
Yeah.
I don't want to shape yours and stuff, whatever, but
Yeah.
I feel like you already know what stands in your world. But what does it equate to the regular world? So tell me your world and then what you think what the rest of the world works.
My world, truth. The rest of the world, charisma.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Speak on it a little bit, whatever, because I want to know if we were the same with this too.
Yeah, I need things to be on a level 100% for me to be able to make the proper decisions. So whether you feel like it's going to be offensive to me or not, let me know. Just going back to what we were saying before, right? Tell me something that's going to help benefit me, right? Don't sugarcoat nothing, right? Like give it to me raw. You understand?
Right.
But then it also goes back to some people don't want to hear the truth.
So for me, no one gives a damn about the truth if the lie is very sexy.
Yeah.
Right? I had a conversation and stuff during this past week at work about the Jimmy Kimmel situation.
Right.
And with the Jimmy Kimmel situation and stuff, how that unraveled and stuff. Some person who didn't even know, they just saw a clip on social media.
Yeah.
I think from Six Buzz, right? And they were saying and stuff, they were like, oh yeah, Jimmy Kimmel got fired because he said something about Charlie Kirk. So
right.
Like, well, what did he say about Charlie Kirk?
Right.
Because I saw the clip.
Yes.
Right? And that person didn't see the clip. And he's like, I don't know. But I'm like, maybe you should watch the clip first to get the truth. Because you were sold with this charismatic title from this post that you care more about and stuff, but that holds more weight. So eventually they watched it, they're like, but he barely said anything about Charlie Kirk.
Right.
So I was like, I guess in your world, I guess charisma means it's heavier than truth. I feel the same way. In my world, give me the truth. I'd rather for you to, like, the truth to set you free, even at first it'll piss you off. I'd rather for it to be kind of upsetting, but then I know for a fact I can get over myself that fast to know. Because I think if you come with a charismatic kind of lie, I don't know how to plot and plan and work with that properly.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Alrighty. Get to the Ask the Sons. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First Ask the Sons comes from Guava Jam. How do you know when someone truly loves you? How do you know that? How did you know your wife truly loved you? Think about from the beginning. That might be far back for you, but
you know how I knew? For the short period of time that we weren't talking or we kind of split up, she would call me just for regular conversation.
Like, hey.
Yeah. Just for regular conversation. And not even trying to be on some, oh, we need to get back to this, we need to get back to that, we need to that. And I was like, it's kind of weird because I don't usually have girlfriends contacting me once, we're done. It's
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're on that type of time.
They spin the block smooth, man. You're a handsome man. Fuck this SMV shit.
9.78.
They spin the block. They're 9.78.
9.78. Smooth. Still smooth.
How do you know when somebody truly loves you? To be honest, I want to say, I think when their love is extending past me.
Yeah.
And is extending more to, like, I guess, the people around me. So I look at it stuff as where I've been with women and stuff more where it's just more focused on me.
Right.
But I think when I've been with a woman and stuff that kind of cares about, like, my well-being of my mom.
Yeah.
and stuff like that, or like other friends, or even like now, like pertaining to like what can we do for your son, or like do your son is in need and anything like that.
Yeah.
Now I look at it, so I was like, oh shit, this is where I start to identify this person. They have love for me where it's going beyond me.
Yeah.
And now it's this love now is embellished and like, enveloping around the people around me.
I would also, to add to that,
Mhm.
I would also say willing to sacrifice their own needs.
I want to say that, but I feel like some people's love language is like acts of service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So I look at it stuff, if this is your love language and stuff, which the acts of service where like you like people doing things for you, like, or people, or you do things for people.
Yeah.
Like I want to say like my father,
Right.
right?
Right.
Before my father passed, I didn't know his love language.
Right.
Right. And then going closer towards like his time of passing and stuff like that, we had like the one-on-one moments like in the hospital before he went home. And I was looking at it stuff, I was like, yo, okay, I get it. You did this because you didn't have, let's say, finances
Right.
to compensate, but this is your act of service.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people, when they just have a natural helper
Yeah.
or natural acts of service, I wouldn't really quantify as full love for me.
Right.
Because I look at it stuff as more of them.
Okay.
So if you naturally like to help people,
Okay.
I wouldn't take it as stuff like, oh, you love me, that's why you help me and stuff. It's like, you just like to help.
Yeah.
Helpers and stuff, whatever, like, they might help even somebody they don't even know.
I think when I say that, I'm going back to our previous conversation when we were asking would people give up their careers for somebody they love?
Ah, yes. That would be a definite indicator.
Right? So that's what I'm
Because if
saying.
you're
Like,
giving up,
you're
like,
giving
yeah.
up like your needs and your wants, you're putting that aside for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's love.
Yeah. And I think like if the person did that for you and stuff, you really have to kind of meet them at some other type of levels.
Bro, you better.
To not be an asshole.
Yeah, you better, man.
Because I look at stuff as like, if, okay, check come and stuff, they're like, yo, Smooth Marv, we need you guys to move to LA to run this shit for a bit and everything like that. You have to uproot your wife.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
You have to uproot your wife and be like, yo, I gotta go here.
Right.
Come with me. We'll do this for like a 1-2 years. Once the money is Gucci and blessed,
Yeah.
we can come back and stuff, whatever. And some people might be like, nah, I'll stay.
Yeah.
And then some people might say, yeah, they'll go. And if they do go, they'll be like, I own you. You don't earn it. I put the bill, I pay for the bills and everything in this bitch. What do you do?
What do you do? I left my career. I had a career back
My
home.
family, my friends.
I got nobody here. I got nothing. Yeah, that's love.
Yeah,
that's love, man.
That's love.
You find somebody with it. Listen, man. You come correct and you balance. You make sure it balances out.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Next question comes from Jules 722.
Shout out Jules 722.
What's the first sign you usually notice when your mental health starts declining? That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
What's the first sign you usually notice when your mental health starts declining? I would feel that, I guess, like an anxious anxiety stress moment.
Mm.
And then like when I finally start to get to like over like the fast heart rate feeling.
Yeah.
And I know that this is something that's still bothering me.
Yeah.
I tend to look at it stuff as like, all right, I know this is why I'm not quote unquote normal me.
Right.
What can I do to bring back normal me? Because if I can't change that situation. So remember the time I told you I got a ticket on the highway and everything like that, whatever?
Yeah.
It fucked with a moment of my day.
Right.
Especially like in the morning. Cause I'm like, I'm on my way to work. This happened. I'm like, and all this. And then when I got at my desk and I had some tea, I sat there and stuff, and I'm looking like, I can't change what said officer wrote the ticket with, whatever. I know for a fact what I did, and I'm willing to fight for it.
Yeah.
So all I can do and stuff is just take the measures. So when I went to go type, I too soon type in a ticket that day.
Yeah.
I got a ticket like an hour ago.
Right.
I'm at work later. I can't do nothing. I just put a note on my phone and be like, yo, on the weekend, looking to set up the thing to fight set tickets.
Right.
Right? I set the reminder stuff on my phone. I'm like, there's nothing I can do with that situation stuff now. I need to get back to me being happy. Because regards to the fact I'm gonna touch the road, I'm gonna drive again.
Yeah.
I might get a ticket. I might not get a ticket.
And you might
I
not get a
didn't get a
ticket.
ticket, touch wood.
Yeah.
After set time and stuff, whatever, but I can't live with that stress and that fear about this one ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So once I realize and stuff for myself that, yo, like all I can do is the best of this situation. Once I know I've done my best, I'm on my way on the incline going back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my mental health and stuff, whatever, is starting to get better once I know I've done my best.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hope that helps.
I hope that helps as well. For me, I want to say, and this is going back to, this is going to go back to the pandemic talk. I feel like when you're starting to feel uncomfortable in places where you used to feel comfortable,
Mhm.
I think that's a sign of, again, you're a mental decline. You know what I mean? It's like whether you're getting cold sweats, whether, you know what I mean, you're getting a nervousness where a situation where it tended to never happen to you before.
Mm,
You know what I
I
mean?
get you.
And you feel, and all of a sudden now you don't want to go outside because you feel like there's some danger that's out there. I feel like that's one of those signs. You know, I mean, but I mean, the opposite to that could just, you know, you feel like you're in your hermit stage, and you don't need that sort of stimulant in your life. But I mean, if it's coming with a price
Mhm,
where you not being social is now affecting your surroundings,
mhm.
it's not affecting your bread, then yeah, you gotta look about adjusting that.
That's fair. No, I like that too. Hope this
I
helps.
hope that helped. Yeah.
Um, last question comes from Twilight Daisy. What's the biggest green flag in a woman?
Biggest green flag in a woman. I like that.
The biggest green flag in a woman. Oh, I got it. I got one. Yeah. Sense of humor. For me, sense of humor is like a biggest green flag.
Yeah.
I've because I look at it stuff as where if it's a woman that I'm pursuing,
Yeah.
I would hope that she has like a nice sense of humor. It changes the tone from the intimidation aspect. They can take a joke. Um, it kind of lightens up like a stage and stuff for me. I think if a woman has like a good sense of humor, we can rock.
Yeah. I think for me,
Mhm.
a woman who does not let her emotions affect her logical ability.
Oh yeah, come on. Accountability is like the biggest.
It's
It's not even green flag. My nipple moves. My left nipple moves. My weather nipple is my right nipple.
right, yeah,
My
yeah,
left
yeah,
is for when I'm turned on.
yeah, yeah.
The accountability thing for certain women, no good. You know, no bueno.
No
No
bueno,
bueno
no
at times, you
bueno.
know?
Mhm.
But you look at stuff when you see like more the integrity, be like, yo, you know what? I fucked up.
Yeah,
But I'm willing to do certain things to kind of get back
yeah,
because I know I fucked up.
yeah.
Green flag.
You got me.
Green flag.
You got me.
Yeah, seem like you're a keeper. Yeah, this I was telling my niece, she's like, she asked me one day, she said, what kind of categories are there for women in your world? And I was like, well, what do you mean? She's like, she heard some guys say some stuff at her school about type of things. So I said, there's keepers, there's sleepers, and there's sweepers.
Okay. He's about to break that down for you folks.
Keepers are the I can't believe you're the one for me. I can't believe how lucky I am to have you.
Right.
The sleepers, I think a lot of women need to understand and stuff. Certain men might come after you for keeper purpose or sleeper purpose.
Or sleeper purpose.
And I think some women live in a delusion and stuff like that. I keep it real with my niece.
Yeah.
I want her to know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whatever, right? And she's like, what's the sweepers and stuff? I'm like, oh, you don't want your friends to see you with this woman, but you know it's better than masturbation. She's like, oh, come on. I was like, what do you want from me? Keepers, the sleepers, and the sweepers.
And the sweepers. And the sweepers.
Know your place.
Yeah. All three will get love. It depends the type of love they're getting.
Touch me. And that note,
And on that note,
we'll end with some little positivity.
all right.
All right.
Lay it on them all.
All right. Let's get to it. So say the Suns this week, because we were missing in action. So says the Suns this week says, never forget those who brought light to you when you were in a dark place.
So says the Suns.
I hope was it Jules? Jules with the question? Yes, the first sign in mental health.
Yeah.
Hopefully you look at us as the peoples in your life that kind of bring a little light to your world if it feels kind of dark for you. But nevertheless, parents, friends, family, co-worker, people light bringers in your world.
Yeah.
Cherish them.
Cherish them, man.
Not everybody really cares about bringing light to your world. So the ones that do pertain to your world, cherish them.
Mhm.
So see the Suns. Once again, never forget those who brought you light when you were in a dark place. So say the Suns.
All right.
All right, folks. We're back in action. We appreciate you guys and stuff.
Yes, man. It's
And
been
all
a
the
a long 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But it's good to be back in the chairs.
It's good to be back in the chairs and stuff, whatever, So once again, man, thank you for listening to the Podical Suns. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above,
All of the
streaming
above.
platforms and the socials. Keep sending the questions. We appreciate you guys. And thanks again. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits, yo. Peace and love and stay well out there.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.